I'm not mean. I'm funny.
All right, we're on.
We're on. Feels like it's been a little bit.
It has. It's been 2 weeks, I think. Why didn't we meet last week and do this?
Or we have busy and important lives.
Apparently. We've had some fun since then, though. We had my birthday party.
Oh, yeah. You had a really fun party. Fun weekend. People, fun games. Do you want to talk about how cool your birthday party was?
I do want to talk about
go.
it. And I had a lot of pressure on me because you had a really nice birthday party with people that you really liked. And so I decided to do one too.
That is pressure.
It's a lot of pressure. And so I wanted to have games.
But you generally don't like games, which is weird.
You're right.
Board games. You don't like board games.
I'll play chess and I like party games.
Yep.
But not speed-oriented party games.
Yeah, it can't be something fast.
What does that say about me?
Well, you just don't like that kind. Just like I don't like video games where you race in a car. It makes me uncomfortable. I like fast card games where you have to like hit people or hit the cards or something. That's fun, but I don't like car racing video games. Which
is weird because that is one type of video game that I do like. Card games. We don't like anything the same. So we played. Well, actually, so how many people do we have? There were like 14 people there probably at one point.
Wow.
And we had the right setup in our living room that allowed everyone to sit in a circle. And all of a sudden I said, hey, this is the perfect setup for our first game.
It's that awesome, really long, weird couch that I bought. Maybe not weird, but I think that was everyone's first impression is like, that's really long.
But how many people did we have?
A lot of people can sit on it.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
And we played catchphrase.
Yes, which is such a fun game.
And we had 2 people that sat out, and that's okay because we're not high pressure game playing people.
Some people gave them a little pressure, but yeah.
But we didn't.
But then one of those people came over to our house this week, and she did play catchphrase with us, so it was probably just too many people.
And she was also better than me.
Yeah.
We did that, and then, then we played President.
Asshole.
Asshole is the other name of the game. And this is weird that I even remember it because it's a college card game.
Long time ago. And it turns out it's still really fun, even if not everybody's actually drinking. And
yeah, we didn't actually do any of the extracurricular making people drink.
Well, I did when I was first president. I told you to drink.
And that's it.
That was fun.
Pretty much it. We're older now. More mature.
No, we're not.
We're more mature.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're not. But it was fun. And so it's a game where you play to get out and then you order yourself. So the fun part about the game is that it's like real life, unfortunately, where you're ranked and then you have the president all the way down to the asshole. And then not only that, but you actually kind of are forced to stay in those positions because you have to give away cards.
Right. The president and vice president get 2 and 1 card respectively from the bottom 2. Yeah.
And then they give their worst and push it down. And so it's great when somebody works their way up.
Yeah. So long story about the game of asshole, but it was a fun party.
It was.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. And also Cam made Guinness cake.
Oh, yeah.
A Guinness chocolate cake with frosting. That was so good. Oh, my gosh.
I just finished the last piece yesterday.
And Claire can't have chocolate cake at night.
Because it keeps me awake because I'm weird.
So she has it for breakfast.
Love that caffeine. So whenever there's chocolate cake, I just get to have it for breakfast. And I insist.
So what are we going to talk about today, Claire?
Well, I had a burst of creativity and
Nice.
It wasn't that creative because my idea is let's talk about creativity. And I wanted to talk about it because I feel like you are becoming much more creative than you ever were.
That's so cool that you think that because I believe so too. Absolutely.
So I would like to add something to that in that I think creativity is a cool way to think of it because it's not like you're necessarily being artistic, but what you're doing is putting something of yourself out into the world. And you don't have to have artistic talent in order to want to bring forth what is inside you and share it with other people.
I agree.
So what have you been doing?
Artistic.
What have you been doing?
It's multifaceted. However, it really started with the creation of the book that I'm writing, which I've been working on since January of 2024. Yeah, 2 entire years. But what's been fun about it is that I'm able to use all of the skills that I have as a non-creative professional, like getting up every morning and dedicating time every day to working on something that is creative. And then, after several months of really non-creative output, it actually starts to become creative, and you just slowly, methodically find out what you can do.
Yeah. I have a question, or I can't remember the name of the book written about creativity that everybody loves. It's the one AJ loves.
Oh, I don't even know if I know it.
Yeah, you do. It's her author that she loves.
Oh, Stephen Pressfield.
Yeah,
The War of Art.
The War of Art. Okay. So you haven't read it, or did you just skim it?
I listened to it.
Okay. But I think you do a lot of what's in that book it's like you really have to show up and dedicate yourself and commit to it. And that is, I feel like, one of the biggest pieces. And everything in that book is about resistance. Mm-hmm. And so you're ahead of the game in that you're really good at disciplining yourself to sit in the chair and do the thing. So that's great.
I think that a lot of the books written about creativity and creative work are written for the artistic person trying to become more professional about their art.
Yeah. Well, that
I am the opposite. I think there needs to be a book written for professionals who now want to become more creative.
Yeah.
And I think they're very different challenges.
Yeah. And I think in our culture, being creative is risky, not just like you're putting yourself out there, but it's not a guarantee that you're going to get anything back. And so like monetarily, stability, anything like that. And so it takes a lot of belief in yourself to do this thing.
Yeah. When I was researching Dirk Marchant, it's a wonderful story. So he is a rocket scientist. He's in rocket science, not rocket surgery. That's a mixed metaphor.
Which you are so good at, and you're good at them.
But also, he decided for his mother's, it probably would have been her 70th, 60th birthday, something like that he, as a child, took violin, and his mother was also a violin teacher. And he decided to put on a performance for his mother for her birthday. And so he actually hired Maria Dietrich, my old piano teacher, to play accompaniment. And he put on like a 6-song concert for her, invited all of her friends to the Ripon College Theater and performed it.
So beautiful.
Yes.
That's like kind of a half made up thing that should be in a book. Like, what kind of person is that? Like, A, a rocket scientist, and B is like, I love my mom so much and I'm going to be awesome at the violin and show everybody.
Not only that, but he studied it. He had fallen off, and then he picked it back up for 2 years.
Yeah.
To learn it and engage and do that and give that gift.
I wanted to say insane, but it's very sane and amazing. Well done.
Yeah, which is really cool. But I think we were talking about how, and so what he did is he found the formula. I guess he did his work as his work, got paid, and then he kept with the art and did it for fun. Now, also, I don't think they have children, so I think you have some more time in your life to be able to do some of these things.
Yeah.
My gosh. Yeah.
I wanted to go back to the whole safety thing. So I was thinking about safety in my life. I just didn't I discovered that I wrote a lot of or not a lot, but some journals from back when a couple years before my lung transplant and a couple years after. And part of the thing that shocked me in there was I just kept saying, I know I want to be a writer, but I don't know how to do it. And it's not something that I can feel safe doing because I have to have a job where I can get insurance. And in this country, you cannot really do that. And definitely that was pre-ACA Obamacare. You really, really just could not get insurance unless you had a particular kind of job. And that was what I had to shoot for. And so I didn't feel like I think I would have liked to major in English or something creative. I like that side of my brain I really enjoy, maybe even more than all of the math and science that I took.
Which would have been cool, but then would not have been cool because I doubt we would have met each other.
Right.
Since we met each other in industrial engineering.
Right.
That's intriguing to me that that's what you were writing about in there, that you wanted to be a writer. Is that because of the award that you got in the second grade?
That was this. Did you say second grade? It was seventh grade.
I'm sorry.
Yes, that is not why, but I always did like writing. Like I just like doing that.
So are you taking it up at all?
Yeah, so I figured that would be a nice segue, Brian. Yeah, so I kind of, through the years, I've taken a few writing fiction and like a memoir class, and none of them really did anything for me. Like, because most of these groups, you're in a group with a bunch of other people who don't know how to write the thing that you want to write. And then you get peer reviews from the people who don't know how to write the thing you want to write. And it's just circular and not that helpful.
Yeah.
And last February, and I found a really good writing class that I think actually helps me improve, because you get feedback from people who know how to do it. And they have a really strict rubric so this is a fiction class, for what constitutes a scene. And in every scene that you write, you have to have these 5 things that are super important. And it sounds like, oh, well, that's not very creative. But often, like, creativity works best when you have a framework and you then you have freedom within it, but like you know where you're going.
Did you listen to Don't Write That Book this morning?
No.
It is literally about how structure allows you to be free in your writing.
Yeah, I think I'm not like that is a thing that people say. And I think when you find a good teacher, they will teach you that the structure is important.
And this program is called Story Grid.
Yeah.
Right?
Story Grid.
And remember when you showed me that video of the guy and he was giving a talk and he was talking about that one author who, sold into Target and then Target couldn't sell him and then it made him buy all his books back? Mm-hmm. I met with that guy today.
Oh, cool. What was the poet?
Pierre Gentil. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, he has, in addition to selling poetry books, he helps independent authors, typically sell through social media. Cool.
Okay. I want to ask you kind of a philosophical question about creativity because, and this is also full of psychobabble because I actually really like things that I talk about with my therapist. He said, I don't know where he got this model or if he made it up. I don't know where to credit it, but he said okay, there's kind of 3 layers to what's going on in yourself. You have your day-to-day ups and downs. Oh, this sucks. Oh, this is great. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is great. And you just kind of go up and down, up and down, up and down in that layer. That's where you are. And then below that layer, you have these bigger stories you tell to yourself about yourself in the world. And you kind of inhabit that as well. Oh, I'm doing this because this is how I always do it. Or I don't know how to do that. Or I want to be able to do that. Or, oh, this so you have these stories about yourself and you kind of inhabit that too. And then even below that, there is this 3rd layer, this piece of you that wants to express itself. It wants to come out. And I don't know how to better describe it, but so underneath all of the ups and downs and the stories you tell yourself, what is that piece of you that you want to get out through your creativity? Or do you have any, does that even make sense?
First, let me understand what it is. Is it like soul, your soul?
Maybe. I don't think
there?
they're good words for this thing, but yeah, what does your soul want you to do and be deep down?
Yeah, this is hard for me. I think this. Can I talk about the second level for a second first? I feel like that one I could do better at because it's the stories that you tell so remember, I come at this from like a total like business background.
Analytical. That's
analytical. Fine. Yeah. So the stories you tell yourself, that's where you get into the fixed mindset. I'm not a runner. This, that, all that kind of stuff. And I think I've really started to embrace the ability to change your story. And so, I am a writer. I obviously am, because I wrote the heck out of that book, and I have ideas for another one. So I think that's a new identity and a story that I'm starting to tell myself. Whereas before I just figured, I can get stuff done at work. I'm a project manager. Who is also another story I tell is that I can kind of hear people's points of views and understand both of them. Hear people's points of views and understand their point of view and my point of view, and I don't like judge, and so that allows me then to help people find a happy medium. Anyway,
that's a good story.
Yeah, it's a story that I tell myself, and I believe that about myself. So whenever it's
just remember,
conflict,
the stories are all made up, and you're just
exactly
making it up. But yeah. So, but what about underneath that? What about you makes you want to write these books? What wants to come out?
What the subtitle of the book that I used to write this book is called "Write a Book That Transforms Lives, Including Your Own." And I always thought, oh, that's just a tagline, but it really is true. And what I noticed in writing the book is there's so much reflection and remembering, and you start to realize why you believe the things that you believe and what influenced you. So, I mean, deeper down, maybe I think I want to be a more thoughtful, wise, I'm not sure.
I have a
theory for me?
A guess. Well, an idea is I think you like to teach. And I mean that...
I do.
You like to mentor people. You're a high school teacher, and for a year, but still, that was not easy, and you really did amazing. And throughout your career, you bring people along. And I think you just wanted to maybe do that on a bigger scale. But maybe, I don't know if that's another story that we're telling about you, but...
Or is it at the third level? I'm not sure either.
Yeah.
It's true, though.
Yeah.
It's very true. Because they'll always say, like, now that I'm in the marketing stage of this book, they're like, well, what's your goal with marketing? Like, are you trying to make a bunch of money? Are you trying, like, what's your goal? And really, and what it always, it took me a while to figure this out, but I just want as many people to read it as possible.
Yeah.
Because I obviously very much believe in the message. And I think that people's lives can be better, not perfect, but better based on learning something from it.
Yeah.
And so I want people to see it. It's teaching. Yeah, it totally is.
So now you say, Claire, what's your third layer?
Ditto. Yeah. What's your second and third layers?
Oh, my second layer. Oh, I don't know if I want to do that. My second layer is...
One of them.
Oh,
There's many of them.
The part I don't like about my second layer is so much revolves around my illness.
Right.
But it's these limiting beliefs I have. And some of them, like, I feel are really justified. Like, there are a lot of things in life I can't do, but I also shut things down before I even try. Because I don't think I have the right or who am I to want these things, and I'm never going to get them. I don't know. That's a big story for me. But I think, like, underneath all of that, I don't know, hesitation and what holds me back is this, again, this like goes back to my illness, but like connecting with people and talking about these deeply unsolvable problems where you cannot fix the thing. There's so many things we just can't fix within ourselves and within, the people around us. And it's really painful. And I want to learn how to connect with people better and to understand how to cope with those things that are incredibly difficult. I don't know.
Is that, not to categorize, is that a second layer one? Or is the third layer about just connection?
Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe it's just connection because I have felt such isolation, having a rare disease. It's only recently, like since COVID, when I've had a group of friends with my disease. But that loneliness of being the only one in your town, in your county,
Yeah.
like that is really isolating. And so, yeah, that's probably something pretty deep.
Well, I've heard that story told like with people who are gay or just whatever, not traditionally normal in a small town, and how that's can be one good thing about social media or whatever, is you can help find people that are similar to you and you don't feel so alone.
Absolutely.
Do you remember that? I don't know what the movie was, but there was this movie where the trees, because they were all like connected through their root system, like they had this like power or something, like a transformative.
Is this fiction?
I think it was a movie or a show or something. But when you were talking about that, that's what came to my mind.
Oh, you know what came to my mind when you said that?
What?
The Fantastic
mushrooms.
Fungi
Yes.
documentary on Netflix, which is so good. I could watch those time-lapse videos of mushrooms growing
Taking
probably
over
once a week and
taking over the
be okay with my
boxes.
life. Oh my God,
Yeah.
it's so crazy. I love it. Yeah.
Well, I think teaching and connection and love, those are all good third layer level.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a whole bunch of baloney, but
I think it's pretty cool.
yeah, it's about becoming more yourself.
I'm reading this book as an early reader called Beyond Belief. And he was talking about, he gave this example of his mother where he like called around and he was able to order these flowers for his mom for her birthday. And when he called her, she said, "Thanks for the flowers, but you might not want to get them there because they're already all dying." And he got really, really, really upset about it. And it goes back to like his earlier life.
Wait, the flowers are dying and he's mad?
Yeah,
I'm so
because his
confused.
mom was not appreciative of the fact that he bent over backwards to get her these flowers, and the first thing that she said was that they're dying. You should get them from a different place.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry, I didn't quite follow.
Yeah, but it was all about like the story he was telling himself, because apparently when he was a kid, he got this idea in his mind that he could never measure up, and whatever he did wasn't good enough.
I mean, a lot of those ideas come from places in his defense.
No, right. But he was
Like-
but he was trying to show that, you know, when he asked his wife, who also heard the same conversation, she's like, no, she was very thankful at the beginning. Like, you zipped to that comment and fixated on it. And the book has like questions you can ask yourself to try to basically change how you see things.
Break out of your frame. Yeah.
Exactly.
Because we see what we are.
Yeah. And the way that you improve relationships and all these things is not by changing the other thing, but changing how your perspective on them, be it relationships, parenting, whatever.
Yeah. And that is not an easy thing. I think there's a lot of books written about.
Just do it.
Yeah. Just, and it's annoying. So
Yeah.
many self-help books are just do it. And no, it's like profound things need to happen in order for a person to really change. And I think it takes time, and
Practice.
just saying I'm going to do it is probably not that successful that often. I don't know.
He referred to some researcher who had, tested questions, and there's like a series of 4 questions that you ask yourself, and it's called doing the work.
Mm.
And so every time you have one of these, you kind of progress through these questions, and the idea is that you get better at it, and then eventually you can just cycle through them quickly.
Well, I'd be interested to know more about that.
Yeah, I can show it to you.
Yeah.
I think we've solved it.
I think we're out of material.
All right, well, maybe we should continue this conversation on a different day.
Okay.
All right.